Murder Hornets and banana spiders. Two names that sound like rejected superhero villains, but they're both sitting at the top of nature's most wanted list. One's a flying nightmare with venom that melts tissue. The other's a ground stalker that'll give you the most painful erection of your life before you die. And we all know which environments came out on top in weaponizing these things. So how did evolution create insects capable of killing humans in under an hour? To understand why these creatures became so lethally efficient, we need to understand something about defensive escalation in nature. And the best way to see this is through the Asian giant hornet's rise to infamy. Picture this: Southeast Asia, specifically Japan, where something the size of your computer mouse is buzzing through the forest. The murder hornet walks, flies, into the ecosystem with a 7.5 centimeter wingspan and immediately establishes dominance. It's got a distinctive yellow-orange head, dark striped abdomen, and a stinger long enough to pierce through beekeeping suits. The locals see it, recognize the threat, and Japan starts reporting 20 to 30 deaths per year from this thing. But here's the twist. When it stings you, it's not just delivering venom. It's releasing pheromones that call its entire nest to finish the job. Big deal, right? So it's got friends. Years later, when these hornets made their way to the United States in 2020, researchers discovered something far more sophisticated. The venom contains mandrotoxin, a neurotoxin that systematically damages your nervous system, and MTX, a compound that literally dissolves tissue on contact. People describe a single sting as a hot nail piercing the skin, and that pain lasts for hours. But the hornet's real genius move? It can spray venom directly into your eyes, causing permanent vision damage. Multiple stings lead to anaphylactic shock, kidney failure, cardiac arrest. The murder hornet doesn't just attack, it orchestrates your biological collapse. And if you're into breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. Welcome to Mindex. But nature's ambitions really peak in the Brazilian wandering spider. And yeah, this one's wild. Instead of waiting in a web, this spider actively hunts at night, hiding in dark places during the day, including banana shipments, which earned it the nickname banana spider. If you think about it, a banana crate is the ultimate Trojan horse for an invasive nightmare. The spider's legs reach 15 centimeters, and its venom contains PHTX3, a neurotoxin significantly more deadly to primates than most compounds in nature. One 7-year-old died 17 hours after being bitten. A 40-year-old man died in 6 hours. One 10-year-old child died in 40 minutes. But here's the wild part. In one case, a market worker in Brazil was bitten while transporting bananas. He reported chest pain, increased heart rate, dizziness, drooling, nausea, cold sweats. Then came the bizarre symptom, an immediate, sustained, and extremely painful erection. The venom contains TX2-6 that causes priapism, and while that sounds almost comical, these erections are excruciating and can lead to permanent impotence and tissue death. Researchers are now studying this compound for erectile dysfunction treatments because nature's cruelest weapon might become medicine's breakthrough. It doesn't want to scare you. It doesn't care about warnings. It wants you dead, fast. Look, that's two apex predators, but the assassin caterpillar makes both look merciful. This South American species is covered with urticating bristles that release venom on contact. Its camouflage coloration lets it blend with tree bark in gardens and forests. You brush against a tree, feel a slight sting, and your body begins catastrophic failure. The venom causes disseminated intravascular coagulation. Blood clots form throughout your body, blocking vessels and triggering stroke-like symptoms. But it simultaneously prevents clotting where you need it, causing uncontrolled internal bleeding that spreads through organs. One healthy 7-year-old girl went into a severe coma days after minor blood in her urine. Examination revealed hemorrhages everywhere and marks on her toe from the caterpillar. She died 7 days later despite antivenom. The delayed symptoms cause late diagnosis. The caterpillar doesn't sting or bite. It just exists, and if you brush against it, your body tears itself apart over the next week. And if you're still watching, you're basically part of Mindex now. Fast forward to North African deserts, where the Deathstalker Scorpion earned its name through sheer lethality. This thing measures 10 centimeters, the size of a popsicle stick, and blends into sandy environments. Its venom disrupts basic biological functions: excruciating pain, swelling, fever, rapid heart rate, blood pressure spikes, paralysis, pancreatitis. Deaths come from anaphylactic shock and pulmonary edema, fluid in the lungs that drowns you from inside. But the real threat is the venom's resistance to treatment. Even with antivenom, patients need massive repeated doses to survive. The neurotoxins are so resistant that doctors flood your system and hope it's enough before respiratory failure. For countries outside its range, the antivenom doesn't comply with FDA regulations, meaning if Deathstalkers migrated west, we'd be medically unprepared. The Deathstalker waits in the sand, and if you step wrong, your biology enters a fight it probably won't win. Then there's the Blister Beetle, which doesn't need to bite you. These beetles secrete cantharidin, an odorless toxin that sits on the EPA's list of extremely hazardous substances, alongside mercury and mustard gas. When crushed, it releases cantharidin, causing severe blistering and dermatitis on skin contact. But ingestion? That's where it becomes deadly. Allegedly, during Pope Alexander VI's papacy, Spanish nobles used powdered cantharidin called cantarella, sprinkling it into food and wine at political dinners. Ingestion causes gastrointestinal distress, blood and urine, kidney failure, seizures, and cardiovascular collapse. The beetle doesn't attack. It gets accidentally crushed, releases cantharidin, and you die. But Australia's contribution is the funnel web spider, and they take this threat seriously. These spiders grow to 5 centimeters, credit card size, with dark, glossy bodies. They inhabit suburban areas and are commonly found in pools during warm months. Males become active during mating season, wandering into contact with humans. They've been found submerged in pools for hours, still capable of lethal bites. Their fangs penetrate soft shoes and fingernails. The venom contains atrichotoxins causing intense pain, muscle spasms, breathing difficulties, and increased intracranial pressure. Males possess significantly more toxins. They're the killers. 14 confirmed deaths, 7 of them children. One child died 15 minutes after being bitten. 15 minutes. The venom takes up to 3 days to fully manifest if untreated. Australia treats any large black spider bite as potential funnel web because the margin for error is that slim. Here's what ties these 6 creatures together. They evolved chemical warfare capabilities to take down predators 50 times their size. The Murder Hornet coordinates swarm attacks. The banana spider hunts with precision neurotoxins. The assassin caterpillar weaponizes accidental contact. The Deathstalker resists medical treatment. The Blister Beetle turns its death into chemical execution. The funnel web spider turns suburbs into minefields. They don't want territory. They don't care about food chains. They want to win the evolutionary arms race, and in most cases, they did. They won, and we're still cataloging the casualties.